Bună ziua, domnul și domnilor. Asta seara eu nu vorbesc în românește, vorbesc în engleză. E bine? Ok, mulțumesc. My name is Mru Patel. Let me see where these slides are. There you go, adopting change. I'm going to talk about you today. I'm not going to talk about my business or products or anything like that. What I've been throughout life, and hopefully if even 10% of you can take some key messages away and become extremely successful, I'd like to hear from you, okay? Is that a promise, right? Thank you. So, what I'd like to demonstrate first is this whole thing is about taking action. So, I'm going to demonstrate something. I've got, I don't know, does it matter, English pounds? 100 de lei, e bine? 100 de lei. If I get the first person round here to come here and just help, it doesn't matter about the money. If I get the first person over here and explain something to me, oh wow, all right, let me finish. Thank you very much, that's for you. All right, so if I get the first person I was going to say who can explain to me what taking action means, that is taking action, all right? So life is about taking action. The guy over there, he's operating, I think, the sound system, or I don't know, the slides or something. He left that and said, hello, opportunity, I better get there before someone else takes it, right? So that's what life is about. Okay, who am I? So I'm talking about change, I'm talking about taking action and how to do that, so how you guys can relate to it. So it's not going to be about me, I'm going to try and relate to you, okay? So I was born in Kenya, first change, leave everything halfway through a major examination, move to England. So how did I think? I didn't think, oh, I left my friends, I left this, I left that. I had to look at the country, review the country, and I say, this is how I'm going to make the most out of this country. And always look forward. So lesson for everyone, get into the place, look forward rather than I wish I had that, I wish I had that. We all like to live in the past. It's called the past because it's gone. You can't do anything about it. All right? Look in the future. In England, obviously I did my degree and everything, and then I moved on to, based in as an Indian origin. I've moved to England, I've moved to India, America. I've worked in various parts of the world. And then about 7-8 years ago, I decided to come to Romania. Okay? And I'll talk to you about why Romania and why for me as well, okay? Then halfway through my career, or rather even the first 7 months into my career, I decided that actually there's an entrepreneurship in me, all right? And it's got nothing to do with Indian in the blood, okay? So as soon as I finished the degree, the first thing I was looking for was opportunity. You know, we all do that. We all say, where's the opportunity? Where's the opportunity? Sometimes it's right over there in front of your face and nobody does take action. Mâine. Everything is tomorrow, all right? So it's all about, hey, opportunities knocking, go out and take it. What most of us try and do is, you know, we are saying, I want to be successful in this and I want to be successful in that. And what I say to everyone, don't chase success. Chase excellence. Okay? Let me say it again. Don't chase success. Chase excellence. Be excellent in what you are doing. Be the best in the skills that you are doing. Try and achieve the best results for the company you're working with. Always, but always look at it from the client side, and I will talk more about that afterwards, okay? Because if you chase success, it will not come to you. If you chase excellence and just focus on that with the right skill, the right attitude, the right aspirations, trust, loyalty, all the values, then success will follow. It will come to you. Okay? Sorry. So, I've worked in various IT organizations, and some of them are not even mentioned here, including some retail companies. And when I realized I was an entrepreneur was about 7-8 months after my degree. I set up my own business. I set up my own business as a startup. I did some development. I built another, like a mega image, something like that over there at the age of 23, 24. Built another building next to it, another mega image, some apartments on top, whilst I was still working. So another example, he was working, I offered, he left, opportunity came, and he went back to work. Yeah? a lot of us get stuck in that little hole that we are in. We sit and have that comfort zone. This is my job, this is what I'm going to do, and we blank ourselves, we don't look around, and we don't take the opportunity when it comes. So I always did kind of like 2 jobs in a day, right? And when I did that entrepreneurship wake-up call in myself, I said, I'm going to start investing. And I realized the entrepreneurship in me. Whilst I was in that big blue-chip corporate world, and believe me, I went right to a very, very high level with stocks and options and all that, but I was focused on both sides, always looking at the client end. So if I was in the corporate world, how do I make the most for the client? Not my product has these bells and whistles, and you can find out this functionality and that specification. Nothing to do with that. I never talked like that. And I've been on boards of various large companies that I'll talk to you about in a minute. And then after the corporate life, I went back into entrepreneurship, and I gave the corporate life up. So that was another big change, and we'll talk about that as well in a minute. The kinds of industries I've worked in, and it's not about me working there. I'm going to try and give you an example why adopt and change, because that's what I want to talk to you about. Because in everyday life, all of you can do that. It's easy to change. Believe me, it's very easy to change if you remember some key principles. So I've worked in the health industry, I've worked in the government industry, I've worked in retail, petrochemical, IT, various industries, helping clients. And the way I always, and you should always do this, always put yourself on the other side of the fence and think, what does he want? And always use the language of that person, the language of that person. And that's my route to success as well. Okay? These are one of, 10,000 companies that I've probably worked with, okay? In retail, finance, from Pizza Huts to Pfizer's to MasterCards to, I was on the board of Scotland Yard, to talked at FBI's, to Tesco's, to Rolls-Royce, various companies, advising them what to do. And again, all of you guys, I don't know whether you're in the legal field, retail field, insurance field, whatever field you're in, if you just put yourself on the client side and say, not this is the service we are doing, or this is what we are selling, this is my skills, this is my that. Put yourself on the other side, and I will demonstrate that to you later on. Then I got fed up of the corporate world, and I said, time for another change. Why? Because I got bored with it. I couldn't add any more value getting to directorship, and my passion was about investments. I did various venture capital work, various angel investment work, and I think one of the speakers earlier on, one of the entrepreneurs, Alexis, I think his name was talking about entrepreneurship, and I believe 90% of the stuff he said, so I won't cover that again, because it's exactly what you need to do if you want to be an entrepreneur or run your own business. If it's a side business, doesn't matter. And when you look at that as a whole, I said, okay, I went on a very major course to do with Dale Carnegie, and said, it's time to search myself. Am I a full person? And every one of you should do that. Am I a full person? And I looked at myself in all the areas, from health, society, giving charities, personal finance, personal health, family, friends, social, private, the whole lot. And I did 1 to 10 in all of them, where I am today and where I'd like to be. It's a very interesting exercise. You should all do that, and you'll be surprised. And then do a to-do list. How many people have seen bucket list? All right? Majority of you. You know, I believe a lot of that stuff. You should always have dreams. I love people with dreams. Big dreams, even if you deliver half of them, you've delivered something. If you don't dream, it's like a ship without a captain. Yeah? So dream big, and then I will tell you what my recipe was, how to make some of those dreams happen. Yeah? So I assessed my whole life, and then I tested it. Am I ready to make this jump? I was in a corporate world. And now I'm going to do private world, earning almost €500,000 a year, to now doing it myself, and I'm going to pay my own salaries, my own people's salaries, travel, all these things I had to pay. Am I ready for this? I tested it, researched, tested it, planned it, and all that. Then I said, okay, what's going to make me successful in this? What am I really, really good at? And I set my own goals, and I'll talk to you about how I set my goals. Then I took the action. I made the funds jump. Now, some of you might think, Indiano and Naboon, because I left all of that in England. Și merge aici. Hi. Okay? But I didn't come here like a virgin. I did 8 months of research all around Europe, 8 months. And in 2003, I know majority of you will agree, there wasn't much data about Romania. And I researched big spreadsheets like this from GDPs, FDIs, economy, disposable incomes, real estate, finance, all of those things about Romania. And I used to go around talking about Romania in the early days a lot. And I learned it inside out, and Romania came to the top. I was very, very surprised about it. I'd never even been in the country. Then I came here and met thousands of people. I said, I'm going to leave my day job and come into Romania. Now, that's the second big change. So when you have done your work, the lesson from that is, and you've researched the hell, and you have the commitment, and you have a dream, take that first step. Okay? The first step is the most difficult step. How many of you have made New Year's resolutions and said, you know, come 1st January, no fumez, și baut mult, și blah, 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 buta mare, și all that, okay? And I'm going to do something. You say, I'm going to do all these things, but how many of you actually do it and commit to it? Very few. Why? Because the goals you've set, and there's no real, what I call, compelling reasons. You should always say, this is the compelling reason why I'm going to do this. And make it financial, make it something that hurts, make it something that you can relate to, and take that first step with commitment, dedication, loyalty, all of those things. And then once you've taken that first step, it becomes easier. Okay? So, when I came into Romania, I chose Romania for all those reasons I said, okay? I made a big, big list, and I said, right, I like venture capital work, I like angel investment, I've done various investments in real estate, I'm going to make a jump, not only from an IT background, but from an IT background to an investment background to a real estate background in a country where I couldn't speak any Romanian, and I didn't know a single Romanian at all. And I arrived in this country with the key values that I had and things that I believe in. One is law of attraction. How many people believe in that? It happens to me, it's a lot of people, that's good. It happens to me on a daily basis. Happens to me almost on a daily basis. How many people believe in the right attitude and seen The Secret as a movie? Yeah? A lot of people. One of the speakers in The Secret is a personal coach of mine. Everyone needs a coach and a mentor, believe me. Someone you can trust who has seen it rather than someone you sit with next door and taka taka la 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 all the time, right? You don't have someone who can really add value. Someone who's been there, someone who's had the pain, someone who's got the scars in what you're trying to ask. Always get someone like that around you if you want to be successful in whatever you do. And that guy and me, we're writing another book called The Art and Science of Success, okay? And one of the key lessons in there is when you make that jump from one country to the other, believe in yourself, believe in your commitment, believe in all the research you've done, network the hell out of everything you know with the right attitude and the right passion, okay? So then, 3 years ago, we all know it, the world hit a single crisis, and it's not a Romanian thing. I re-evaluated that big spreadsheet I did 8 years ago, and Romania, still, I'm a very, very passionate person about the country because it still ranks very high in the world investment countries. So I said, okay, all the values still stack, but unfortunately the timing's bad. Time to do another big life circle change. And what happened to me, I had some friends come over and one of them said, look at your lifestyle. You know, you smoke trabuk all day or whatever. You drink, you party, club 4 times a week. You go to all these places. You sleep 3 hours a day. I could live on 3 hours of sleep a day. And look at your health. He says, do I look unhealthy? I'm full of energy. I have a lot of activity. For me, 3 hours is enough. He says, no, but your inside is all buggered. So I said, okay, what do you advise me? He says, I've got this ashram in yoga and meditation and body rebalancing in Goa. Yeah. So off I went to Goa last year, and when I went there, I really, really found another big turning point in my life. I evaluated that whole thing all over again, and you should all look at that. Whenever you feel that, look, I've come to a dead end, just reevaluate and say, am I doing the right thing? What is what I really want. And I always believe you should do what you're passionate about rather than, the job or the skill that you're in. I was passionate about real estate and investments, and I did that. Why is that important? It's because you wake up and you say, this is what I really enjoy. You'll put an extra effort into it because that's what you enjoy. Work becomes fun, work becomes play, whatever you do. It's something you enjoy, and it's your passion. You'll go the extra mile rather than turning up at 9 or 9:30 and leaving at 4:30, 5 o'clock, or whatever time you leave. Okay? And I'll give you a classic example. And I was speaking to a nephew of mine who's somewhere in the audience, and I'll give you his example, because he studied doctorate degree. Halfway through, he says, this is not for me because money is my driver. And I said, money was my driver because I got hit a ceiling and I had a dream and I couldn't go to the next level working for some company. And I said, okay, if you're doing doctors, went through 4 hours of interactive session and realized that, money was his biggest driver, and until he was 40, 45, you could not achieve your goal or your, what I call the target amount that you need for the lifestyle that you dream about. So I said, okay, you could wake up in the morning, and if money is all you think, that I'll stitch this person up quickly, you could kill someone. Because you have a bad day at work, you could kill someone, right? In finance, you would lose a lot of money. And everyone will have an example like that. So you have to have your passion. And what I realized in that place was another passion of mine was writing books, was about health and wellness, and it was about cooking. So I'm doing all of those things now, having come from that place. And what motivated me really was, it's not only about chasing the money. Sometimes your other hobbies that you have could also generate money. So do those as well. Don't put it on the back shelf. Oh, that book I was going to write, I'll write another day. This idea I have about inventing something, I'll do it another day when I have, because I've got these other issues. Do them. Laws of attraction and attitude, I believe, go hand in hand. I believe 85% of life is about law of attraction and attitude. Okay? So I'm going to quickly demonstrate something to you. And the reason why I believe in that is, if you are not in the right attitude, the camera's following me or somewhere, right? So here's someone going to an interview. He's the brainiest person on this planet, and he goes to the interview. Right. Hello, testing. My name's Mru Patel. I think I can really help you in this business because I'm the best at IT. I know networking, I know security, I know encryption, I know how to set up internet, I know how to do web pages, web hosting, la 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 la. Okay? And the guy says, you're the best at everything? Yes, I'm the best. I have the best skills. I've got first-class degree in this, I've got first-class degree in that, etc. And the other person with that 85% that I was telling you about. Law of attraction and attitude. Hi, my name's Mru Patel. I'm not the best in everything, but what I do know, I can really help you. I can help you with your business. I can help you with your profit. I know you are in the business of making profit through internet and web services, etc., etc. All these things I can add value because in this company I did this, in this company I did that, and you give them examples. Who are you going to recruit? Okay? The reason why I did that was because a lot of people think just because they are the best, things could come to them. Law of attraction means if you surround yourself with positive energy, positive people around you, and you think that and deliver it with the right attitude, you will succeed. It happens to me every day because I try and keep bad energy people around me away, or just chefat, la revedere, and you do the ones who are really good with the positive energy on a day-to-day basis, and you interact, you share, be open, give something away. There's no risk. Take the risk, take the plunge. Okay? How do I go about doing this myself? Once you've delivered, this is what I want, this is how I do it. Some people might have heard SMART goals. How many people have heard of SMART goals? Fantastic, okay? I call it smarter goals, but it's another thing. What do I mean by SMART goals? People, again, I said, who have dreams. It's only taka. I have a dream to start up a company. I will do a weight loss program. I will stop up smoking. I will do this, I will do that. But nobody actually writes it down. They put down, one day I'm going to do this, someday I'm going to do this. If one day and someday actually existed, you would have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, one day, someday. It does not exist, right? So what I mean by smart goals, it has to be very specific. Let's do the weight loss thing, right? I will lose weight by 5 kilograms by January, and I will maintain it to that level by the summer next year. That's the smarter bit, okay? So it's very specific. I'm lose weight. It's measurable, 5 kilograms. It's achievable, 5 kilograms, been through Mina, no problem. It's realistic, and it has a time scale, January, okay? And the smarter bit was to maintain it afterwards. A lot of people don't do that, because once they've done that, they say, oh, gata, it's finished. Yeah, you gotta do the monitoring, check and measure. That's what I mean. So that's how I do my monitoring, check and measure of all of this. So just to finish off now, because I know I'm running a little bit short of time. Just some quotes, so you can read them. I mean, I'm sure 99% of you could read that, so I don't need to read for you. Just take your time and read that based on taking action and making the most of life on your successes. Okay, so the first and the last I wrote, I think I posted it on my Facebook not long ago. But the whole point about all of this is, you know, most of us, we spend our times, when we have something, we look for something else. Or when we have something, we're not content. Or we want to get there, but we don't know how to go. We are scared of failure, you know, and I think Alexis mentioned it. You know, failure is good. To me, failure is a stepping stone or a milestone towards success. If you don't have 20, 30, 40, 100 failures, you're not going to learn anything. You will think life's too easy. You'll become complacent. You will fail even bigger, and you'll fall even harder when you come down, you know. So just to end, as I was saying, I hope you've learned something about how I made various changes from different continents to different languages, cultures, businesses, and all of that. And the secret to certainly my success was taking action, law of attraction, attitude with the right skill and the right knowledge. Thank you very much for your time.